Okay, before we begin tonight, I'm just going to say full disclosure, we are operating on a new software system up here. So a little grace from the audience would be greatly appreciated. If you look at the people that are doing this, I'm like, oh boy, we're going to give it our best shot. Super shout out to Vanessa. She has been incredible getting us up and going on this. She has her work cut out for her trying to get all of us doing this. So thank you, Vanessa. All right, I will call the meeting to order. We have a quorum with 4 of our 5 members present. Are there any adjustments to tonight's agenda? Okay. Then do I hear a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. And I'm going to turn it over to the superintendent. I think she has several guests and special recognitions for tonight.
It's always so nice to look out in the audience and see what this district is truly made up of. It's our students and our staff members. So thank you guys for being, and our directors and principals. Thank you guys for being here tonight. It is a busy, busy time of the year. And I know some of you have got to be in 2 places at one time and maybe even 3 places. So thank you for taking time to be here. I have several recognitions that I would like to point out tonight and bring to our focus. Our very first guests that I've invited are 2 of our students that are representing the whole bilingual SEAL program. And that is Jennifer Garcia Verdeja and Emilio Rosendo. Would you guys come up, please? And then I'm also going to ask Ms. Stevens to come up as well. Our bilingual SEAL program is, I would believe to say, yeah, just come up here, one of the best in the state. And one of the cool things, the neatest thing about when you graduate with a bilingual SEAL endorsement is that you get the certification on your diploma, and then you get a stole that represents the language, the country that they're representing, not only just the United States of America, but the country of the other language that they have to be fluent in. They must be fluent in reading, writing, and speaking in 2 languages. And we have had candidates from Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico. We've even had one from Korea. And so this year I had Jennifer and Emilio join me on my podcast on Friday, and they did an outstanding job. And so I asked them to come tonight to just present themselves to the board, speak a little bit about the SEAL, and also Ms. Stevens is here to talk a little bit about the program. And then before you guys leave, I'm going to give it to you now so I don't forget. But you're going to get a Wildcat pin, and these just don't go out to anybody. So I know, and your classmates are just going to be like, oh. But you're here tonight, and you got to do the podcast. So I'll hand it over to you, Ms. Stevens.
So I'd just like to recognize the both of you for all the hard work that you put in. And I think something to be noted is this is a lifelong journey for them. Learning 2 languages, English may or may not have been their first language, and so they have worked to not only master that language, but then both of them the Spanish language as well. The bilingual SEAL was started in Lovington in about 2015, and so we have been going through this process with our students, and we've had about 30 to 40 students per year. This year is no different, and these students have juggled lots of things, not only in their academic life, but their personal life to make this happen. Part of their presentations was their cultural journey, and you guys know I'm a big baby, and I was moved to tears often listening to the story and how their families and they themselves have persevered to be walking that stage. And so we're so very proud of them and all of the other students who are participating in this. And this could not happen without the work of Lovington High School. Mr. Williams, Mr. Payen used to carry this torch. Currently, Ms. Salcido and Ms. Carla Campos has helped this year. And so really, this is a community effort, and we are so very proud of all of you that are getting your skill.
Would you guys like to say something?
I just want to say thank you again for letting me be here. And as Ms. Stevens said, obtaining the bilingual SEAL does take a lot of perseverance. Not only it has been a lifelong journey from a kid having language barriers to now being able to understand both languages. It is definitely something I'm truly proud of, and I'm glad that Leamington is able to provide this program to all of us. Thank you.
Oh, and I would like to say thank you to Ms. Guiones for inviting us onto her podcast and onto the board meeting. The Bilingual SEAL program is an excellent program to know about your culture, your heritage, and as of today, we're seeing that many people don't know where they come from, their roots, or even the language of their heritage that they spoke. So this program brings you closer to your origins, where you come from, and what your ancestors fought for to put you in the position you are today.
Fantastic. How many students do we have this year receiving their bilingual?
This year we have 35 vying, and so we will not know the exact number until after finals.
Okay.
For our seniors.
I bet they'll do great. It's always a joy. So.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah, these two have it in the bag.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Stephen. All right. So Lee Elementary has shined, are shining this year. And when I talk about Lee County, I'm talking about Jow, Eunice, Hobbs, Levington, and Tatum. And think about of all the first graders in those 5 communities. Well, we had the very top reader in first grade win this last competition. So will you come up here, Jordan? And let's show off your trophy. Yes, he read the most books.
Put him over there by the Wildcat, Miss Q. Yeah.
So Jordan read the most books in all of Lee County. And we are so proud of him. How many books did you read? 256 books. And his parents are here. And so, yes.
Yay.
So thank you very much. And then Ms. Potty comes here from Lee Elementary Principal, and then a classroom teacher, Ms. Halo. Do you have anything to say to the group? Should they be reading books? They should be reading books, right? They should be reading.
And may I add also, Elizabeth Weiser is here for the Lee County.
Yes.
And so I know she was super excited to be here for that as well. So.
Ms. Weiser, do you have anything to say? Okay.
Of course, I think it's big knowing. This is called Read Across the County, so every first grader in Lee County competes in this month-long contest. This is the second year in a row that Lee Elementary has produced the top grader.
Ooh, say it louder for the.
Boards, please, that participate. 7,070 first graders. We have our winner right here, 256 books, and he won by 42 books.
Yay!
All right, not only did we have the top first grade reader in Lee County, we had the top class in Lee County. And Miss Delo, will you come up, please? So she also, think of all the first grade classes in all of Lee County, and her class read the most books. Do you remember how many you guys read?
120. That was for me, for reading to the
Oh, reading to the class, 120 in 1 month.
Yes.
Yes, so we're super proud, you guys. So our kids are ready to go on to second grade. This class for sure. I have a certificate for you. Do you have anything to say about that program?
No, I mean, I really enjoy it because it really promotes reading. And it's hard during the month of March because it's spring break, but with the parent support, it's all possible. So that was my assignment for during that break, and they fulfilled that, and it made it easier for me.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you for
Thank you.
promoting that. Okay. They start out as first graders and then they end up at the high school. We have some amazing high school students here with us today. We have our DECA state champs and national qualifiers here with us. So I'm going to invite Mr. Crawford up, your team, and DECA students, if you will come up, please. And I'm going to ask Mr. Crawford to talk a little bit about our students, and let you guys say something if you'd like to also as well.
All right.
All right.
Liz. All right, hey, thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you all for supporting DECA. What DECA is an organization, business organization, where the classroom meets real world in finance, in business, in marketing, in entrepreneurship, in hospitality, and tourism. It's where classroom instruction meets kind of rubber meets a road kind of thing. And so I think that you can be proud of our business pathway at Levitton High School because this is a direct result of that. And so we had 9 students qualify out of the regional round, going up to the state, and then we qualified several different rounds. It's not just a one and done; it's kind of several different rounds. And so we had 4 or 5, I believe, that qualified at the state level, and then we had 2 that went to the international. There's at the international event there was 25,000 students there, students from all over the United States, as well as the world. There was Germany, there was help me out, guys. Colombia, Colombia. There's different territories. There's Puerto Rico. It was all kinds of stuff. So it was a phenomenal opportunity. China was there last year. Yeah. So it's a wonderful opportunity that our business pathway at the high school is. This is the fruits of, I think, of our work at the high school, and so thank you so much for our leadership, Mr. Williams. Thank you so much, you and Mr. Payen and everybody involved in this. It certainly takes a village. So thank you so much for that. Would one of you guys like to say something?
Mr. Crawford, would you introduce the students?
Absolutely. Well, would you introduce yourself and what event that you competed in?
Okay. My name is Liv Kane. I'm a junior, and I competed in Human Resources Management. My name is Pamela Sines. I competed in Principles of Finance.
My name is Javier Serna, and I competed in Professional Studies.
My name is Brandon Lara, and I competed in Personal Financial Literacy.
My name is Tyler Wicklin, and mine was Principles of Entrepreneurship.
My name is Alvaro Prats. My event was Business Finance.
And so, so it's pretty awesome. This is the 3rd year in a row that we qualified for the international event. So that's pretty impressive.
Yes. All right, I'm going to hand you these, and you guys get one of these. Thank you.
We also have medals for them.
It's pretty good. These are really nice hands. Good job.
So I have a speech written. I don't expect to be here up that long, but I wanted to share some appreciation for you guys, as well as my advisors and teachers in the room. I will start off with my speech by saying good evening. Thank you to my administrators, teachers, advisors, and classmates. My name is Liv Payne, and I'm currently a junior at Lovington High School. I'm honored to stand before you tonight representing both DECA as vice president and Skills USA as a member. Simply, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the school board, our advisors, our teachers, and City of Lovington. To everyone who has supported the students like me in pursuing opportunities outside of the classroom. Because of your support, I was able to compete at both state level Skills USA and DECA, and even attend DECA Internationals in Atlanta, Georgia. Before I continue, I also want to say something important. I'm not here to speak for every student's experience because every student's journey is different. Instead, I'm here to honor them. I'm here to honor the hard work, sacrifices, growth, and dedication of the students who represented Lovington with pride at these competitions. Every student there had a story, a goal, and a reason to show up. When people hear about organizations such as DECA and Skills USA, they often only think about competitions or trophies. But these organizations are so much bigger than that. They teach students leadership, confidence, communication, professionalism, and how to become better future leaders. At Deca State, I had another incredible experience. We stayed at an amazing hotel and had easiest access to the event center, and most importantly, we felt safe and welcome the entire time. I had judges that were financial advisors who shared experiences like mine as kids. I even met a pilot during the conference who shared a story with me. I also want to segue into the fact that I, again, did attend internationals in Atlanta. Thousands of students around the world gathered together to compete, network, and learn about leadership in business. While I was there, me and Pamela visited places like the Georgia Aquarium, World of Coca-Cola, and Six Flags Over Georgia. But what impacted me the most were the people that I met and the lessons that I learned. I learned from financial advisors, accountants, teachers, and business professionals who took the time to invest in students like me. One message from DECA this year really stayed with me was the theme of Go the Extra. It means showing up when you're nervous, working harder than expected, believing in a student from a small town like Lovington can stand on an international stage and compete with confidence. No matter how far I travel, I proudly tell people where I'm from. I'm proud to represent Lovington. Thank you again for believing in students like me. Thank you for investing in our futures. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story tonight. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, Liv. And I just know that our kids have represented Lovington. We have amazing high school kids. We truly do. And I know that you guys probably hear that a lot. I hope that you do. And we really mean it, that you guys do so well in representing us. So thank you for what you do. All right. Thank you, Mr. Pepper.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Crawford.
And thank you, Liv. That was a great segue into Skills USA. And I had the opportunity to attend their banquet the other night, and they did such an amazing job. Totally student ran, and so proud of the leadership skills that our students have. We had 6 state championships, 10 gold medals, 6 silver medals, and 2 bronze medals. And we also had our Skills USA Lovington chapter, the chapter of excellence. So Skills USA, if you will come up here with your people, please. And I think I saw Mr. Hagler somewhere. Yes. Okay. Mr. Hagler.
Rory's the one you want.
Okay, all right. So amazing. Another chapter, another academic group that does a wonderful job wherever they go to represent us on the state level and national level. So she had to have a costume change. We're so very proud of them. And Mr. Hagler, do you have a few words? I'm going to give these to you and then give the pens to the students.
Perfect. You guys hear from me enough. You guys, you want to introduce yourselves, tell them what you competed in and anything you want to say to them?
Hi, I'm Roy Ramirez. I'm the president of Skills USA. And I competed in t-shirt design and outstanding chapter along with my teammates further down the line. They didn't want to stay with me.
But what's going on with your t-shirt?
My t-shirt, I am allowed, because I only got second, I didn't get first. But I presented with the opportunity to go to nationals to represent New Mexico and Lovington at the national level in Atlanta, Georgia.
My name's Jackson Lambert. I'm a freshman. I'm the newly appointed treasurer of our Skills USA chapter. And I competed in Urban Search and Rescue, which I got a silver for, and American Spirit, which I got gold for.
Hi, I'm Levi Elliott. I am a freshman. I am the new secretary here at Lovington. I competed in Robotics Urban Search and Rescue and I got first, and then an outstanding chapter and we got second.
My name is Rolando Gallegos. I am a junior this year. I competed in American Spirit with Jackson Lambert and we got first place. I am also the current state officer vice president of the state. I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, and then we have our sponsors. So we have another representative on the state level. I remember Abigail Shouts was a representative, and now we have another student that's going to do that. So pretty amazing. So do you have anything to add?
I do. I just want to say that this is a team effort. There are several advisors, 2 of which are new this year, 3 of which are new this year, actually. Miss Norris is also new. Mr. Carter and Chef Dale. Our Skills USA advisor team is second to none. They've pulled together, they've divvied up tasks, they've made sure that their competitors are ready to go compete. And I mean, without the support of a team of teachers that are willing to train these guys in skills that would blow your mind and also scare you sometimes at the same time, and the administration that allows us to do these awesome things, none of this gold and silver and representing all of New Mexico at the national level happens. So thank you guys, and thank you guys very much.
Awesome. I do want to take just a second to recognize Dr. Parker, who, when she came to our district, she was the wheels behind the CTE and getting us grants, working behind the doors to fill in those wonderful applications that she loves to fill out, and getting our school district some major money to do some things, and then started these chapters with our kids and getting our kids in. And we thought, it's going to take a couple of years to build this program. Well, then after the first year, we come back with state champions and national qualifiers, so we were scrambling to find some money to make sure that we can get them where they wanted to go. Because, Leventon Wildcats, we don't do anything halfway. And so, great representation. But thank you, Carrie, for helping us with that. All right. And speaking of that, she's been training Mr. Bayan, who is over our CTE at the high school, works closely with all of our sponsors and kids and our administration, along with Dr. Parker. So he has some exciting news tonight, and he wants to do a reveal to our board. So I'll invite you on up. You're welcome.
Members of the board, right? Thank you, Ms. Q, and good evening, members of the board. Thank you. At this time, Art Payan here, CTE coordinator at Leamington High School. All right. If our CTE teacher would please stand up and along the wall. So this is my turn to brag on my students. So, okay. All right. So I was told to keep it short, so I'm going to do my best. Okay. All right. So I'm here tonight to introduce our amazing CTE teachers that stand here before you today. I believe most are here present, exception of a few. A few either had prior engagements or they're actively working an event right now with their students in their program. So I will allow them to introduce themselves as well as their program of study.
Jimmy Crawford, business pathway. Mario Contreras, athletic trainer and sports medicine pathway.
Morgan McCormick, early childhood education.
Patricia Irons, intro to culinary arts and baking.
Nathaniel Dosu, engineer.
Montana Hagler, agriculture.
Hayden Hagler, Willfield pre-employment pathway.
Cody Carter, welding.
All right, awesome. So these, as you can tell, some of the successes that were mentioned tonight can't happen without these great advisors, these great leaders that they work tirelessly, putting extra hours outside of contract time, as we know, but they do it with good intent for our students, and so they're all highly competitive. They teach that in our students, and they're just teaching them some great things, right? So therefore, as we say, they've been working really hard with their students in the pathway of their choosing. So not only are we just here to recognize these great leaders here today, but we're also here to boldly and proudly announce the new branding of our CTE programs at Lovington High School, okay? As you can see before you, right above there, we are now LV Tech, okay? And that is Lovington Technical Education and Careers, okay? So we have moved the needle within the past 4 years. We've seen some growth, tremendous growth and expansion in our programs. And so we kind of thought, hey, you know what? It's time. We need to elevate our program as a whole, right? So anyways, so we've done things such as program improvements, We've expanded new equipment and facilities that are currently happening right now. We've been increasing community advisors within our own programs of study. As you've seen tonight, state and national achievements for both students and teachers that you see before here. We've also had an outstanding number of student CTE certifications. We're raising that bar, and we're receiving more certifications. They're increasing. We have also increased work-based learning internships for our students and expanding that as well, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, there was so much. I thought, what all can I put in here? I think I had mentioned some last time. But I think most of all, I think what we have created at LHS CTE, now LV Tech, we have created what I believe is a culture, and we've created a team, if you will. And so this team is, of course, a team of great leaders and also a team of amazing students, as you witnessed tonight, right? And so LV Tech is not just a brand, but it also allows our students to be proud to say they belong to, right? An organization they belong to, just like you would in sports or academics. So now LV Tech is now what students can say, hey, I'm an LV Tech student now, right, in CTE programs. So we will, I know I speak for the team here when I say we will continue to work, diligently and hard to continue to improve our programs. And of course, we just want to provide the good work-based learning experiences for our students to prepare them for the real world out there, right? And of course, as always, we look forward to your continued support. And you have complimentary merch in your bags here if you would like to take a look.
We can open it now.
You can open it now.
Okay.
So thank you, LV Tech leaders. Appreciate you.
Oh, nice. Okay, technical education.
Technical education and careers.
And careers.
Lovington Technical.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. Thank you, Mr. That's exciting. Wow. Thank you, guys. Mr. Williams, I think the future's bright at Lovington High School. You got a lot going on. Got it? Okay. You are welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting. You are also welcome to grab a cookie and leave, and it doesn't hurt anyone's feelings. So please, those of you that were here for special recognitions, thank you again for being here, and to the families that support these kids. I don't think we can overthink what you do for your kids every day. Thank you. That's what we always hope for, is that parent involvement and engagement. So thank you very much. And please feel free to stay or go, and we're going to move forward with the meeting. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. We are going to move right on into director's reports. And I'm going to open it up to board members for any questions they may have. As we see, this gives us a minute to figure all this out. Did you have one that you? Mm-hmm.
Because I click this while we're doing it. Am I doing this one? Back. I click this one while we're doing it.
Submitting callback. While board members are looking through that, I do want to just a couple of quick things. Last month, we did vote to submit Peyton Weezer's name for the nomination for the scholarship. And Ms. Ansel just told me before the meeting that she was one of the 3 recipients of that for our region. So she will be recognized at the law conference in June. And then when we get the check, we will certainly present that to her. Also, a student from Roswell and a student from Hagerman. So we're certainly proud of Peyton and wish her the best on that. And then on behalf of the board, thank you for all the administrators. As we juggled teacher appreciation last week, and the hard part is the board always wants to be at all the schools, and everybody wants Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And so we really enjoyed getting to be in the campuses. And so to the administrators, to Mr. De La Cruz, as he got the gifts delivered for us. And we always enjoy that. And I know it's a lot for administrators to juggle. So I'll just take, to thank on behalf of the board for that. So, all right. Are there any questions about reports? Okay, hearing none. Superintendent, did you have any additional information to share? No. Okay. All right, then we're going to move right on into routine matters. We'll take items, oh Lordy, I hope it's still 1 through 4. 1 through 4 as part of the consent agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve those items as presented?
So moved.
Okay. 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 7A. Okay, all right. I can find the rest of it. Okay, next item, budget adjustments.
President, members of the board, you will see numerous budget adjustments. It's the end of the year, and so you'll see transfers. A reminder that a transfer is moving within a fund from one, what they call function series, to another. So for example, 11,000, 1,000 to 11,000, 2,300. At the end of the year, that's just necessary to clean that up. So we did have 2 increase bars, 25153. Which is Medicaid, and then 12,000, which is teacherage, and that is, there was cash once they completed the audit, and so those are that. And then I had 2 initial bars that we got documentation to add those.
Okay, thank you, Carrie. Questions from the board? Do I hear a motion to approve the bars as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Okay. Every time I vote, it goes back up to the top, so I'm gonna scroll down. I'll get better. Okay, next item, donations.
I can speak on that. Again, we want to thank our community members who and businesses that donate so freely to our students, to scholarship funds, to Skills USA. And then Taylor Middle School had a color run this year for the first time. One thing that our schools are doing a phenomenal job on this year is really doing activities and fun events for our students and showcasing their talent and rewarding them for good deeds. And so TMS did a color run. They actually got squirted with colored powder and came out different colors. And we had companies and businesses that sure will donate to that. So thank you to those companies who have done that.
Great. Do I hear a motion to approve the donations as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
May I interrupt real quick?
Absolutely.
Speaking of TMS, I went through their gallery walk last week, and I was overwhelmed at the time and effort the kids put into all of that. They did such a good job, and I so appreciate the teachers and the administrative staff there encouraging those kids to be so investigative and creative in what they did.
Thank you. Exciting. Thank you, Ms. Ansel. Okay. We're going to move right on into new business. First item, consider blanket approval for maintenance and transfer budget adjustment request for the remainder of the year.
I'm back. As I mentioned before, at the end of the year, you need to clean up any fund or functions that are over budget. And that sounds deceiving because you have plenty of money in the budget, but an example would be in your 11,000, you might have a lot of money in your 1,000, But then your oil and gas, you have a 1% fee and you're 2,300, and that's hard to predict. So at the last minute, you're like, we may have to adjust that. I believe I've covered all of them in the ones you saw, but just in case, particularly the oil and gas, if that comes in at the last minute higher and we need to move to cover that 1%. So it's just to protect us. May not use it, but yes.
Okay. Questions from the board?
I'm glad you're doing this, not me.
Superintendent's recommendation. Okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Thank you, Carrie. Okay, thank you. Next item, consider approval of the IDEAB application.
Yes. Do you have any questions?
Questions from the board? Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the IDEAB application?
So moved. I'll second.
Okay. Okay, next item, consider approval of the revised 26-27 school calendar.
Okay, there's only one minor adjustment. We are moving spring break back a week to March the 22nd through the 26th. And we're doing this in order to work closely with one of our partners in education, New Mexico Junior College. Or we're going to move it forward. Yes, sorry, back forward. Oh, you need this. And this is also what's going to be best for our students, because if we don't match the junior college's spring break, then some of our kids will not receive a spring break because of the classes that they take at the junior college. So, and then we're hoping we'll have warmer weather.
That's right, that's right.
Yes.
And it's a little shorter time period between that and the end of school.
It just moves us one more week forward towards summer,
okay.
Yes.
Any questions from the board?
And that's the one that's up currently?
You have the updated calendar, so it should be the week of March 22nd. Yes.
Okay.
Was it 15?
Yes, sir. It was the week of the 15th, that's correct. And then Ms. Stevens will be sending out communications here in the next few minutes.
Okay.
Yes, or by the end of the night.
All right, do I hear a motion to approve the recommendations from the superintendent to adjust the calendar to represent a change in spring break?
So moved.
Okay.
Do we have a second?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next item. First reading to consider approval of policy service advisories 273 and 274.
So yes, ma'am, we have two advisories. 273 is just addressing situations in which the district may require employees to complete a medical exam. And then advisory 274 is just changing some of the potential misleading language in that advisory.
Okay.
So it's just two.
Any questions from the board?
Does the district write these, or is this written by the policy service board?
Policy services. Yeah. So once you guys approve them, Vanessa sends it. I mean, it's all right. We have to do it, yeah. Yes.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve? Oh my gosh, I lost it. To consider, oh no, never mind, it's the first reading, sorry. Told y'all this new thing is bouncing around. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving right on. First reading to consider policy revisions to section G.
So we've been studying Section G, right? And with our calendar change, we needed to adjust the language and change the language in our policies in all of Section G. And so I'm just bringing it to the board to let you guys know that all of those revisions are being done and wanting your approval for that. We are also putting a line at the beginning of every policy that states a contract day shall be defined as assigned scheduled duty day under the district calendar. We're moving away from the language of a 5-day week, 4-day week. We're just going to keep it that way. Yes, ma'am. So that will be on the very first thing you see when you open up like policy G2600, G2601 or whatever, we will have that sentence at the very top along with all of the corrections to update the whole section of G to match our new calendar.
And that's the only piece that's going to be happening throughout that section is just to reflect the changes we're making with the calendar. So we're not having to go into the 5-day or 1/5 or anything.
Right, that is correct. It's just to keep it cleaner.
Okay. Any questions from the board? This is the first reading, so feel free to read through that entire section at your leisure.
Reread.
And reach out to the superintendent if you have any questions. Okay, we're going to move right into presentation and discussion of the 26-27 proposed budget.
And before Ms. Gray gets started, I'm going to tell you, I have never seen anybody so excited to present a budget. So I give you Ms. Gray.
We are excited to have this. This is true. I have always believed that you set your priorities by where you spend your money. And that's one of the great things being part of Lovington, the Wildcat Nation, is that you truly live that. Truly live that it's other people's money. It's not my money, it's taxpayers' money, and it belongs to the students and the staff. And every dollar should have that intention with it. And I believe that we have worked together as a team to build a budget that represents that. The process takes a couple of months, so what you're seeing is the draft, and I'll go over the timeline a little bit, but this is what will be presented, and I believe y'all will vote on it on Wednesday. All right, so this is, can't believe we're already talking 26, 27, but we are. Okay. I turned it on. Hold on.
Let me get it for
there we go, okay. Okay, timeline for the budget. So we attended spring budget workshop in March. Next year it will be in April. That's where you get the information. Our budget is due to the budget analyst this Friday, the 15th. Unified application, which is the process by which Title I, Title II, Title IV, the IDEA B, we were a pilot district last year, so we go in and there's a uniform application or unified application, so everyone's kind of worked together to get that submitted early and work through that, so that was great. Ed Plan has been submitted early, and Ms. Stevens worked very hard on that. All right, so we use what's called a needs-based budget. It reflects needs, priorities of the district, the directors, principals, includes costs that are projected, and it results from newer emerging needs. We did a needs, wants, wishes list, and that is how the principals and directors communicated to us things that they need at their campus or location, and then we looked at those and evaluated those. All right. So this is kind of an overview of the different funds. As you know, operational 11,000 is where we get our state equalization guarantee. That's all the money that flows up and flows back down. Each year there's the unit value, and we learned that at Spring Budget Workshop. And for anyone that wants to know, it's 711710. So there you go. But so that generated $58.4 million for us this year. And then we have local state revenue funds that generated 110. So operational is what runs the day-to-day operations. As you'll see in the slide, it's primarily salaries and goes directly to the schools. We have the teacherage, which we predict will generate 140,000, and including a little cash carryover. People transportation, 1.3 million. Local revenue, $708,000. That is the 75% of oil and gas that we get to keep. For those of us that have been in school business for a while, you know, you used to send it all and then they took it all, right? Now you get to keep 75%, and that extra 75%. They used to keep all of it. Now we get to keep food services, universal free lunch. I will say Juan does an amazing job of managing those budgets. So I worked with him. Athletics, non-instructional material support, that's your activity funds, $446,000 there. And then you have your federal, which is all your 2400s, your IDEA B, your Title I, all of the federal, estimated $2.2 million total for that. Medicaid, 3.29 for that estimated. State flow through estimated 335. State direct grants 37,000, and private and local grants 15,000. Especially the private and local grants are subject to change as things come up and someone wants to give us money and things like that. So there you go. The operational's pretty well set. We will see if they make an adjustment to the unit value. Reminder, they can do that one time a year. It's usually in January. So but as of now, it's up. All right. So some budget highlights. So legislature every year, House Bill 2 is the bill that sets all of the budget rules. This year, they did mandate a 1% average salary increase. They did increase, NIPSIA went up 10%, and they mandated that we cover 80% of insurance. And I'll go over that a little bit more, how that affects us in a little bit. And POMS risk. As you know, POMS risk is similar to your home and auto insurance. It's the liability. And how we try to keep that reasonable or do the best is that we take good care of our properties. We on the survey, which I had many people contribute to the survey, Jesse and Bob, they come in and they make sure that I answer those questions. Do we have security things? Do we have this? Are our playgrounds safe? And we answer all those questions, and then we get told what our thing is. This year it is going up $346,000, which is about the average. I think the average was 16% around all the districts, and that's just part of it.
Out of our control.
It is. All right, and again, we control that by how well we take care of our district. All right, salaries. So here's what most people care about, and certainly we do. So the legislator, as I mentioned, mandated a 1% average raise. She did not strike average, meaning you could give, you know, as long as it averaged. Lovington schools, we're not doing that. We're going to propose a 1% for all employees, just across the board. Also, in addition to that, we're going to propose a step, an experience step. I can't tell you exactly what that is because each salary schedule is a little bit different, but it averages a little over 1% just for that. So we propose that. The estimated cost of both of those, the 1% plus the step for experience, is almost $890,000. But I believe it's money well spent. I believe, you know, it goes back to our employees, so. All right, insurance. So I mentioned that the legislator mandated 80% of insurance premiums to be paid by the district of all covered employees. If you remember, up until last year, it was a stair step. So if you made under 50,000, the district covered 80%. If you made 50 to 60, the district covered 70%. And then it covered 60% if you were over 60,000. So most of our teachers over 60,000, we were paying 60% of their insurance and they were paying 40. This year, 80% across the board for everybody. The estimated increase for that is $1.2 million. Again, money well spent. I think it's great for our employees. So yeah. And again, I mentioned the liability insurance already. All right, so here's what really excites me. Where do you spend your money? We talked about insurance. Here's where we spend our money. If you look at this, what we call functions, which is funds where it's come from, functions where it's spent, you can see that instruction's 56%, student support is 17%, and support services instruction is 3%. So when you add those three together, that's 76%. So 76% of our budget is going directly into the students, into the classrooms, into their support. And then you have administration, 3%, school admin is 6%. So no one can really say that we're top heavy by any means, central services and maintenance. So I feel very good that 76% is going directly to those kiddos. All right, and then salaries. So 86% of our budget is salaries and benefits. This is just the operational portion, but yes, 86% goes to salaries. All right, and then this next one is just kind of, it gives you a little better breakout. It just shows you that big blue one is salaries, and then you have repairs, maintenance, insurance. It just kind of gives you an idea of the overall pie. All right. And then again, investing in our people. So where do we compare to the state and national average? If you look at with the 1.4 increase from prior year average teacher salary, and I just took 1% and then 4%, I just averaged that. They're gonna see a little bit more than that, but it's gonna be $83,223. The NM state average with 1% is $71,768, and then the national average is $74,942 with the 1%. I projected that. So we are 11% higher than the national average and well above the state average. All right. And then last, just kind of some reminders. What do we consider when we look at a budget? We consider academic achievement, teacher development, community engagement, and resource allocation. Where you put your money determines where your priorities are. And so with that, I stand for any questions, comments, concerns.
Okay. Questions from the board? I definitely want to thank Patty Ann and Bradley. You guys are on the finance committee. I know you guys work really closely with Carrie on this, and it just really, you do a great job of carrying our message that the board believes strongly in investing in our people so they can take care of our kids. Carrie, this was amazing. It was an amazing presentation. Will the board receive this PowerPoint?
Yes, ma'am. It is part of your board packet, but I can send it to you directly.
Oh, no, if it's in there. You know, I got to find it on this thing.
You are good. You are good. Yes, ma'am.
It's like a treasure hunt tonight. So this was a wonderful presentation, and I appreciate it. Again, we're not voting on this tonight. The purpose of tonight's was for Carrie to give us the information, have board members have the opportunity to process, and certainly reach out and ask questions, and then we'll be voting on it very soon. Yeah, in a very short time turnaround.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to comment, when we did teacher appreciation last week and had a chance to visit with teachers and principals at different schools, I know, especially like at third grade, Jessica Busich said last year when school ended, she still had 5 positions she had to spend the summer trying to fill. But this year they're filled. And with the salaries that Levington is able to pay in the 4-day week, we have qualified people, certified people wanting to work here. And that's good. You want people that want to be here to do the best that they can for the kids. And we really appreciate you taking care of our money the way you do.
Yes, you do. You do a great job.
Our department is very busy right now.
Oh,
That's good. We want them busy.
That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Thank you again, Carrie. And certainly if board members have questions, they can reach out to the superintendent and or Carrie. All right, moving on to public comment time. Is there anybody tonight who has public comment? Seeing none, this concludes the regular portion at this time of our board meeting. Do I hear a motion to move in to executive session as presented on the agenda?
So moved.
Oh, wait. She has to do a roll call on that one.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we'll take a 5-minute recess. Thank you, everybody.